Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning session of day 13 of 28 Days to a New Consciousness. And when do we begin? Well, of course, right now. And this is hosted live on the Awaken the World page. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Boy, did we ever get snow. I shoveled 5 times yesterday, and it was supposed to get clear last night, and it didn't. And we woke up, and there was another about 2.5 inches or 5, 6, 7 centimeters of snow laying there again. So this morning we're going to be talking about a post that I put up yesterday, and I really want to thank the garden for this little graphic that we have here. And we're going to discuss today our responsibilities. And this is a big one, and believe it or not, most people live in the world of blame. Go figure. I see that Kathy is here this morning. Good morning, Kathy. So nice to see you this morning. And Linda, awesome. Nice to see you, Linda. Yeah, I know. Saskatchewan was actually the coldest place on earth the other day. We get a lot of that up in Canada. We're going to get these coldest place on earth days. And yeah, Saskatchewan got the title last week, apparently. So yeah, I sympathize with you. I really do. I used to live out that way in Alberta at one point, and northern Alberta. And yeah. Got to get used to walls of snow, We don't need to build a wall to keep anybody out. We just wait for the snow. It's easy. Nobody gets through. And that's only because not all of us have dog sled teams. Okay, most Canadians have dog sled teams. But we particularly don't, and a lot of our neighbors don't. Speaking about responsibilities, and this is a big one because, we always live in the world of blame. And as I've spoken about in the past, this is what we use the past for. No attachment to it. Just a quick reference, okay? So we're going to dive into that filing cabinet, and we're going to pull out something I had said before. And that is that blame offers no way forward. Once you say it's your fault, well, that's kind of the end of it for you and for them. It really is. And it takes all your power away. Responsibility, on the other hand, offers movement, offers opportunity, offers growth. It is not paralyzing, it is energizing. And it restores your power to you. So let's look at what and what not we're responsible for. And forgive me if I can't see the comments because they keep scrolling by on me. Susan's here. Hello, Susan. So nice to see you. And Kathy, yeah, sunny Oklahoma. That's good. Honestly, that's fantastic. So what do we not own? Okay, and this is a tricky one. Because we would like to own a lot of this stuff, and we incorporate it into our sense of self. Other people's words. No matter what someone is doing or saying, they're not your responsibility and you don't own them. Whatever's going on in their head is producing their reality. They are in that theater all by themselves, out of 7.5 billion theaters. And we're all participating in life and watching the show. And we forget that we're not, we are fully connected, but we're not connected as far as their individuated sense of self and what goes on inside the head. And we would tend to take other people's words as somehow being our responsibility that they speak that way, and that is not the case. Other people's mistakes. I really don't even like the word mistake, so for that one, we're going to want to change that. And we're going to say other people's missteps, because we're all walking on a path. And there is no way you can mistake any trail that will not lead you back to the path. But we certainly make missteps. We certainly stumble. We certainly fall and end up with our face in the mud. That good old titanium baseball bat Shiva likes to wield. But it's not a mistake, it's an experience. And those experiences offer growth. Other people's beliefs, okay? one of the most interesting things that Kelly did when we first got together is she was so overjoyed, so happy, feeling so good that she wanted everyone she knew to be happy just like her. She wanted them to believe in what she was believing. And guess what? A lot of them weren't interested. And the expectations that we put around what other people should or should not believe in relation to us, in relation to our belief systems, in relation to religion or any other subject, it's not our responsibility. Not my circus, not my monkeys. You don't own it. The consequences of other people's action. Now, those are not our responsibility, but we may certainly be involved and suffer the consequences. This still does not make it your responsibility, and nor does it make it blame. What you are responsible, we're going to get to very shortly. Other people's actions. Another big one. We've heard many, many times, well, I did this because Johnny did this, or because Frank did this, or I reacted in this way because this person was making me feel a certain way. Those are all the lies that we tell ourselves. In truth, we have no responsibility when it comes to what someone else chooses to do. Life through their eyes is a different experience than our own. We don't own the responsibility for it. Let it go. Others people's opinions and other people's ideas. And good morning, Kim. So nice to see you too this morning. So, this is another big one. We feel a lot of times that oh yeah, I've already been out shoveling this morning. Linda, yeah, my leg is sore. I've got a nerve issue going on in one leg, and yeah, it's going to be a day of shoveling, I think. So good news is I'm not responsible for your actions. Shovel your own driveway. So yeah, other people's ideas, other people's opinions. When someone gives an opinion, boy, we forget that it's not even real. It's just a bundle of thought. It's an opinion. And of course, we like to respond with our opinion. And we like to change other people's opinions. And in reality, we're not responsible for that. What we are responsible for are our words, our behavior, our actions, our efforts, my mistakes, not mistakes, my missteps, my trips and falls, my ideas and the consequences of my actions. Now, this may seem a lot. We live in a world these days where we're taught to blame and make everyone else outside of us somehow more responsible than we are. I.e., you go into a courtroom and you say, well, the reason I robbed the bank is because my parents didn't raise me very well. That doesn't really wash. And, you can live in that state if you choose. That's the joy of this existence. You can live in a state of constant blame. You can live in a state of trying to make everyone else responsible for what you're going through and what's going on about you. But when you do that, you have handed every last bit of your personal power over to the environment and anyone who walks into it. I want you to really think about that. Whenever you are not willing to take responsibility for your words, your behavior, your actions, your efforts, your missteps, your ideas, and the consequences of those actions, you become powerless. We would want to throw that responsibility on someone else so we could avoid it, but in doing so, we freeze into place. We literally say to the outside world, control me. And that's what happens. Taking back all of your power means understanding that the only one and the only place you need find how you're doing is in that mirror in the morning. When you look at yourself and you know that you are responsible for your words and you're using the best words you can. That doesn't mean that your words are always going to be perfect, and it certainly doesn't mean beating yourself up when they're not. I can't proctocally half the time. My words are always getting wicked up. I have major trout mumbles, but you know what? I own that. That belongs to me. I would never blame you for what's going on within me. And when we hold that responsibility to ourselves, the path appears. The way out is there. The energy exists to move and evolve our being forward just by accepting that responsibility. And what does responsibility really mean? Well, what we're talking is our ability to respond. How do we choose to respond to our words? Now, if our ability is to look at the words we speak and to say, I struggle with my words, that's okay. You're having an honest response. If you look at your behavior and your actions and you realize that your behavior and your actions are doing harm to yourself or to another, it's okay. You have the ability to respond built into you. Sometimes we hide this responsibility and we cover it over. And the reason we do is we think we're somehow protecting ourselves or keeping ourselves safe. And nothing could be further from the truth. Opening up to responsibility for your existence is so empowering. And when you cease to blame others around you and cease to hold them accountable and responsible for what you choose to do, for what you choose to say, for your efforts, you become free. That is the message today. Know in life where you are responsible and where you're not, and stay away from that which you are not. Truly, most times when we try to take responsibility from others, we end up enabling them to continue on that blame path or to believe that the responsibility is not their own. Re-empower yourself and empower others by making them responsible, which is a gift. It's showing them that they have the ability to respond, that they are not weak, that they are not little. They need not buy into what is happening in their external environment and keep all their power within their being and act from that place. Much love to you this morning. Looking forward to our evening session, day 13 as well, a little more on responsibility. And of course tonight at 7:30 on the Help Awaken YouTube channel, we're going to partake in a beautiful Sufi guided mantra journey. Allahu. Literally, God is here. Namaste to you this fine snowy Wednesday morning. If you happen to be in beautiful, warm, sunny conditions, fantastic. Send us a picture. Again, all our love, and have a wonderful Wednesday.